There's a critical number of officers we need to maintain the appropriate level of security in the community. We were fortunate that night that we did have a full staff. Therefore, we can put multiple officers on the scene in a very, very short time period. And again, my second area of concern, as I alluded to before, is maintaining the appropriate level of service that the citizens of the community have come to expect from the police department. Reductions of personnel will come from the patrol division. Reductions in the patrol division means less officers on the street. Less officers on the street relates to increased response time. We responded just yesterday to an 18-month-old child who was in the bathtub underwater and not responsive. But we can put 2 officers on the scene in less than a minute to those calls. And I think that's what monies generated in taxes that go to public safety, that's the level of service they expect, that prompt response when the time calls for it. So my answer is yes, it would negatively, reduction of staff is going to, of sworn police officers, is definitely going to have a negative impact on my ability to provide.
So in that particular incident I talked about, you might have a different outcome.
He probably would have got away.
Okay, thank you.
Any other questions on this item?
Could I just want to say that I really thank John. He sat down with me and he knew it was tough times, and he thought outside the box. He considered every aspect of what he could do with the department and the men and women that he had, and I think he did a very, very terrific job. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Can we move on to Project Community Pride, which is tab number 253 from your binder? Want to have any questions about this item?
I do, Mayor.
Okay.
I'm going to be a broken record tonight, so I apologize in advance.
No, that's all right.
This budget, or proposed budget, shows an increase as well. And I am questioning whether the proposed budget is $152,000 plus change. Interestingly, here we have comparisons back to 2007, where the budget in 2007, the actual is $143,495, and I'm wondering why we can't budget at that amount for 2009. In other words, cut this budget back by 10%. Again, with the understanding that this is a necessary, beneficial service to the community, but we either cut services or we increase taxes.
Two fast responses. One is we had a director of the program retire last year and has accrued time, so in effect we're paying for that person still on the payroll and an acting director simultaneously. That's one issue. The second...
Stop you there, Ray. When does that go away?
Late April. I'm going to say late
April, May.
early May.
Of this, of
This
09?
calendar year of 09, right. That was accrued time that is being burnt off. The second part is, which we alluded to before, shared services contracts are gold to municipalities in terms of the cap. This is a legitimate shared service with the Board of Ed, Corner Park, and Chatham Borough.
Then I withdraw my concern. Understood.
It's also tremendous savings when you consider the number of people who have been diverted from problems, and what it could cost per capita of about $24,000 to $26,000 per student if they had to be sent to a different program. So this one pays for itself very quickly.
Yes, it does.
Okay, line item 316, vehicle maintenance. The police department.
Question, Mayor?
Yes, sir.
On the supplies line item, there's an increase of 33% from '08, and a little bit more than that from '07, and yet I can't see what the supplies are. It's a small number, but I'm looking to cut anywhere I can.
So it's steady budget, but history is showing spent less than budget is your,
I'd recommend cutting that back to 2007 levels.
Which is approximately $6,000.
Yep. That's 6,000 less I have to raise for my fellow citizens.
Ask the chief how he feels, and then we'll kind of look to the council.
Is it the maintenance of motor vehicles?
yeah.
Yes, sir. The supplies.
That's just supplies. I don't know what it is.
So 07 was 14,000 spent, 08 was 15,000. The budget's been 20,000, but if it's consistently closer to 15, maybe that's where it should be.
Just keep it at 15.
Well, I just will interject in that I have no control over when vehicles break. If I can't replace police cars because I'm given up to, that's going to increase maintenance fees.
And
This money that was left over wasn't held over for the police department, it went back to the general account.
yeah.
So if I exhaust $15,000, that's all you give me, and I have $25,000 worth of repairs because I'm operating with outdated cars, I don't know where the money's going to come from.
And normal schedule would have been 3 cars retired this year. We're retiring 2, so we, say,
To replace one car when I'm,
right,
my maintenance program calls for 3.
right. So
These
maintenance
cars
calls for
run
3, so.
24/7.
So in essence, we're actually netting out because we're saving 26,000 on the car we're not going to buy, but we're going to have to probably spend maybe 5,000 more in parts by maintaining the $20,000 supply budget there.
And the other piece of that is the governing body's being requested to add the 3rd mechanic. So obviously, we're gonna have a higher volume of work, which means they can be more productive. The police department does not do their maintenance work, it goes to our shop. So obviously, if there's a 3rd mechanic, there'll be more parts because they'll be hopefully doing more work.
And if that's a necessary trade-off, then that's a good trade-off.
Are there any other council questions regarding vehicle maintenance? Seeing none? Thank you, chief.
Thank you.
Chief, you did well under fire.
I don't know if he wants to hear
He's got the Kevlar, he's got the Kevlar
I do have my
vest.
best on this.
So do we.
Thank you.
Thank you, Chief.
One more question.
Yes.
Chief, I have one more question. The 26,400 savings from the vehicles, is that from your proposed, or is it from off of our recommended? Your proposed was 79,200, and my recommended was 70, so I need to know where I'm subtracting the 26,400 from. From your proposed?
My 3 vehicles, I already knew what the cost was, what the cost of the vehicle, the cost of the warranty, and the cost of the equipment going in it.
And that's
I just
79,000,
multiplied it by 3.
and that's 79,200?
Yes.
Okay. All right. I got my answer. Thanks.
Okay, next in line of fire. Fire. This is Department 317.
Good evening.
Good evening.
It's 265, isn't it?
265.
Well,
265.
I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was looking down below here. We'll get to 317.
Yeah, we will.
Okay, 265. Thank you. You're on.
I'm sorry Chief Trevino left because I just wanted to tell him I have the utmost respect for him. And I applaud him for his leadership and his ability to find cost-saving possibilities in his budget. The problem for me is, however, that provides a tough act to follow. And unfortunately, I cannot produce the same sweeping proposals and savings that he offers. As much as I would like to accommodate you and wave my magic wand and produce substantial savings and tens of thousands of dollars, unfortunately, I cannot do that